Good morning and welcome to the Killik & Co market update. Interest rates are finally starting to fall. This week, the Canadian Central Bank cut interest rates, as did the European Central Bank. Here's the ECB's deposit rate since 2014. The rate has just come down from its all-time high of 4% down to 3.75%. You can see the rate has been negative for several years as the bank tried to dissuade people from holding cash. It was trying to get them to spend and to boost the economy. European stocks have had a good run of late, with the Euro Stoxx index hitting a record high, and the stocks have moved even higher following the news of the rate cut. Here are the top 10 constituents of the Euro Stoxx index. The biggest is ASML with a weighting of 8.86%. ASML produces machines that are needed to make advanced computer chips, including the chips that are designed by NVIDIA. So it's great to see some big tech companies thriving outside of the US. We saw a bit of a wobble in the Indian market this week following the general election there. Narendra Modi had been hoping to secure a third term as India's Prime Minister. While his party did receive the highest number of votes, they lost their outright majority, which was not expected. Here are the results from the last three elections. In 2014, Modi's party won a majority with 51.7% of the vote. In 2019, the majority was higher at 55.8% of the vote, but in 2024, they only won 44.2%. Modi will remain as Prime Minister, but it will be more difficult for him to get things done. For that reason, we saw a drop in Indian equities. In the pink here, we have the MSCI India Index, and in the green, we have an Indian investment trust called Aberdeen New India. You can see there was a sharp drop in both this week, although there has since been a bit of a recovery. The Indian economy is still expected to grow by at least 7% this year, making it one of the fastest growing economies in the world, but we'll be keeping a close eye on the situation to see if the political developments have any impact on the growth. And finally, we've been having a look at the diamond market following BHP's failed bid for Anglo American. Anglo American is the owner of De Beers Diamond Company, and Anglo has promised to sell off De Beers because it doesn't really fit with Anglo American's core business. However, selling it off is likely to be difficult given the falling diamond prices. Here's an index showing diamond prices over 20 years. Just look at that fall since 2022. Part of the reason is the lessening demand for engagement rings as less people are getting married in China. Another big reason is the growth in the popularity of lab-grown diamonds. Back in 2018, 2% of engagement rings in the US contain lab-grown diamonds, and this year that number is expected to be around 50%, so that presents a big challenge for De Beers. Moving on to have a look at next week, it's looking fairly quiet on the calendar, but we are looking ahead to results from Tesco. That's it from us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.